I'm going to kind of let you take the lead for the most part today.
You're going to let me talk, actually?
Well, sort of.
Oh,
yeah.
You talk and I'll do.
Okay.
That's usually how this works.
So our videographers gave us, I think, a wonderful recipe that we decided to try. So we are making quinoa burgers, and you added a little,
quinoa,
couple
zucchini, feta, and you could keep
Feta.
adding it,
And we just
dash,
kept-
dash, dash
Yeah.
burger, but we'll not get into all of the
But the short
details
would
right
be
now.
quinoa burgers.
Quinoa
okay?
burgers. Yeah.
So I guess I'm just going to
vegetarian
kind of let
burgers.
you talk about what you did.
Okay.
We have
Okay, we have quinoa. That's the white quinoa. I think you can use red if you want to as well, but we use the white quinoa. So what we're going to do is this is really simple to put together. It all goes in one bowl.
once you kind of do all the prep work.
All the prep work. Okay,
Okay.
first of all, I'm going to show you what we want to do. You take the zucchini, take a couple of medium-sized zucchinis and you shred it, but zucchini is kind of a watery vegetable, so you want to squeeze the water out, which I've done already, and now I'm just going to pat it with some paper toweling.
And what
And
we
throw that in.
found when we first made these, we had zucchini in the freezer. So I had a couple of cups of zucchini, and I wasn't exactly sure, what that measurement would be. And if you have ever frozen zucchini for zucchini bread or zucchini cake or something else with zucchini, you find that it gets very watery.
It releases more moisture.
It does.
When it's in the freezer and you thaw it out.
So then when you get the moisture out, you end up with a lot less, and it's just kind of very mushy. So we decided we would do the fresh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that worked out really well.
So this was like the zucchini were about like that, that
yeah,
long.
2 medium,
so
they call it
6 to
medium.
8, and they weren't real big, like some of them get to.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And then we have what, 1.5 or what?
This is a cup of quinoa.
Okay,
A cup
just-
of dry
Okay.
quinoa.
So just 1 cup.
Yep, 1
Okay.
cup. You just follow the recipe on the bag or the box, however you buy your quinoa. And this one was 1 3/4 cups of water and a cup of quinoa, dry quinoa, and you bring it to a boil. And
then put the cover on
put
it.
the cover on, which I
Okay.
didn't do the last time. But you put the cover, you bring it to a boil, and then you turn it down to low and let it simmer for it's like making rice, and you just let
Right,
it simmer
yep.
for about 15 minutes with the cover on and it absorbs the water.
And then we've had it cooling down. So, and
Right.
then I think actually when we made the burgers first, it was probably warm because we had just made it. Okay.
Right. Okay, then we're going to add a cup of feta cheese.
So that would be like one little,
Like
was it
a little
4
container,
ounce
yeah, a little
container?
4 ounce
Okay.
container. And I was reading online a little more different variations you could do. So I have a 1/2 cup of shredded parm. Okay,
Let me grab a spoon.
I got this in right here.
Oh, that's right.
This
Okay.
will work fine.
All right.
And then it said a clove of garlic. I like to buy crushed garlic sometimes in a jar, and I just put a teaspoon of crushed garlic. Okay, let's move that around a little bit.
And then it is fun to change up recipes.
And this is another change up. We always like, when we make burgers, we always like to put mushrooms and onions in them or on them, and so I thought, oh, why not saute some mushrooms? I took like a 4 or 5 ounces of fresh baby bella mushrooms and took a couple of tablespoons of onions, chopped those up, sauteed them.
They were purple onions, sweet.
You can use,
right?
you can use sweet, you can use white. Any kind.
then we're going to crack
Now we
2
want to do a
eggs.
couple of eggs. That just kind of holds it together.
Okay. Make sure there aren't any
And
shells.
that's preferably without the
Okay.
shells. Yep, that looks good.
I hate it when I get
This-
an egg with
Oh,
or
I
something
don't
with
like that. Is not,
shells in
that
there.
is not tasty. No. Okay.
And then, do you want to put the breadcrumbs in right away?
I'm just going to mix this just real quickly. I'm going to
Okay.
mix it, and then, yeah, and the breadcrumbs. That is something that's quite variable, and it even says in the instructions, add it as needed, so you get the consistency of a patty. When you start pattying and it doesn't hold together well, add some more breadcrumbs.
So we're going to start with 4 tablespoons, which is 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs.
Yep. And I'm going to say right now to add a little more. Okay. And a little bit.
How about that?
That looks
Okay.
good. This is the fun part. This is like when you're a kid and you like to make mud pies. This gets a little gooey and
And I didn't really like to make mud
You
pies,
didn't
so
like
I
make
will
mud
just
pies, so
no.
this is kind of fun. I'm going to ask you to put a
Yeah.
little more breadcrumb in there. It feels like
Okay.
it's falling apart yet. Just pour some in there. Yeah, nothing,
Okay.
a little more yet. Nothing magical about that. And I've even read some recipes. You can put shredded cheddar cheese in here if you want, or if you like a real good cheesy burger patty. This is the time to do your own innovation.
And you could do some other really interesting other items. You could probably put in red peppers, green peppers, if you like that. Black olives, maybe, or green olives.
Right?
And maybe even more mushrooms and
You
an
could.
onion if you want a lot in there.
I'm thinking this. I could have had more mushrooms in here.
Now, do you want me to get the butter
You
going?
can start the butter.
Okay, so we are going to use butter instead of olive oil. So when we were looking at this recipe, and the recipe calls for frying them in olive oil, but we just felt like the taste was a little bit off.
Little
for
oily.
some reason. A
You
little bit
know,
oily.
yeah.
We like the butter.
Everything's better with butter.
So
is the
we're
old
going to do
saying.
butter, but
From Julia
try
Childs.
vegetable oil or olive oil or canola
Yeah.
oil or whatever you like.
Yeah.
It's probably less, calories, but okay.
Do I have more applause?
those look
Do you want to
good.
applause? It's coming. I'm coming over with this.
Yay.
Yay!
So how does
Okay.
that look? It needs to be a little bit hotter.
That is
does it?
perfect. No, that's perfect.
good? Okay.
Let's keep them that way. Okay. I'm going to use
Got
this.
that.
I'm going to use this. See if I can hold these together. They're a little bit soft. So we're just going to gently lay them in the butter.
And I've got it on 6. I didn't
That's
know
good.
what the temperature should be.
That's good. That's
Is that good?
perfect.
Okay.
Yep. And the non-stick pan is excellent. And I'm going to. There we go.
So
We'll
we are
just-
going to set the timer for 5 minutes, right?
Yep. I'm going to do 5 minutes.
And just let them bake for 5 minutes.
Let them fry in the butter for 5 minutes. One of the things I forgot to put in, and the recipe calls for it, is sun-dried tomatoes, chopped up sun-dried tomatoes. So we're going to try something new here. This is cooking on the fly. I think that's going to be a new show instead of Cooking with Ruth.
Excuse me.
We'll cut
Yeah.
first shot in.
This reminds me of the, remember the Turkish fritters we did?
Yeah. We were just talking about how we've done a lot of different things and on the show, and we haven't remade them. And that's one of them.
For ourselves. You know.
Yep.
Oops.
Okay, 5 minutes on the next side
5
now.
minutes. Here we go. Okay.
How are we doing,
Now,
Gary? Almost
we're
done?
doing fine now. Are we on?
Ooh.
Okay. This is very, very hot.
Yum.
Be careful. So
Okay.
now we have a couple of choices. We can either flip them up or slide them off the pan. I'm going to take this one.
I think you can just slide them
I'm just
right
gonna
off the pan.
Slide them like that.
Okay.
Now, aren't you interested in what the tomatoes look like?
Sure. Let's see what the,
I'm interested to see-
tomatoes look
to
like,
see
how that
my,
turned
See how
out.
my blender turned out, if it turned out at all.
I'm just gonna step back.
Do that. Oh, look at that.
Yum.
That one's mine.
Okay, we'll switch here.
Okay, I want the tomato.
Even though they both have tomato, but this one's on top and this mine's
one's on the
underneath.
bottom.
Okay.
You're right. You're
Now,
right.
why don't you talk about our
Okay, the sauce.
sauce that we made?
The sauce is simple. You take some yogurt. We'll have that. Now, I don't remember the ingredients.
It's Greek yogurt.
It's Greek yogurt, and then it's some dried dill weed and some garlic. And it's as simple as that.
Put it on the side, so then you can just kind of dip your,
That's a good idea.
burger in
And
there.
other sauces, we
Okay.
tried. Did we talk about this? We tried. You can use ranch. You can ranch dip or dressing. You can use Dijon mustard. You can use Caesar salad dressing.
It
choice is yours.
tasted great. Okay.
One thing Ruth did tell me though, she said, "Don't you dare put mustard, or don't you dare put ketchup on it."
Yeah, no ketchup.
Yeah, no ketchup.
No.
No. Okay, so here we go.
It would appear that
They're going to be
the,
hot unless you get enough sauce in it.
that Parmesan cheese kind of, melted in there a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think these are pretty amazing.
These are delicious. They
And I
are.
think what I'm going to do is probably experiment, because some of our catering jobs that we do, we have, vegetarians. So I think what I would like to do is experiment on, making it and then see how it's going to stay. Putting it in a chafing
How it'll
dish,
hold together.
how it holds together, and
And I think one of the tricks
know.
too, if you want it to hold together better, is to put some more breadcrumbs in it. And some more cheese. It depends on how much cheese you want in it, how cheesy you want your burger, or not so cheesy.
not.
Either way. Okay,
So,
so
I
that
think
was
this is
excellent.
really awesome. And I think what I would do is I wouldn't have bread, or else I would just have like a
piece of
you could
artisan
just
bread.
a piece of artisan bread
Sure.
and maybe a Caesar salad or some kind of other green salad.
Right.
And there's your dinner.
It's the whole enchilada.
So you did a really
not an
good
enchilada,
you did
though.
a really good job, Gary. I'm really
Thank you.
proud of you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to keep you on my show for
tried.
another time anyway.
And I appreciate you letting me talk for a minute or two until, okay, that's enough, Gary. You
No
can
problem.
stop now, okay?
Okay.
Should we stop now?
Let's
Should I
stop
stop
now.
now?
Stop
okay,
now.
let's stop.
So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Cooking with Gary and Ruth.
What?
So until
Thank
next
you.
time, happy cooking.
Cooking with Gary?
Don't let it go to your head.
Oh my gosh.
In there? Okay.
It's a wide angle lens. That thing could do just about anything. That can do everything except draw you a beer. I didn't know which camera to look at. I was looking at that one, and then I looked at that one, and then Brett's doing this.
Yeah, I'm like,
Is it stupid?
that all-
Do we need to
no,
do
it's
another?
good.
Is
You
it-
can't redo it. It was live.
Oh,
That was live.
It was like, you mean, right? Are we seeing it right now?
we're looking this way.
We're looking this way.
Okay.